Hi, I'm Lita. Welcome back to my van conversion series where I've turned this old work van into the camper of our dreams. Last week I've done possibly the most hideous framing ever done in a van, and this week I'm gonna start building the walls, the ceiling, and attempt my first electric project. It was working! It's a fire hazard, so don't do that, guys.
There's a porch light burning.
So, this is where we left things last week. Up until now, I feel like I've done a lot, but at the same time, I've done nothing. It's like I wasn't getting close to the point where I would start traveling. So, having a ceiling and starting to install my pocket lights was massive. And also because the electrics was one of the parts that was causing most anxiety in me. About the electrics, I'm no professional like everything else I'm doing here. But it's important to say that I've done a course for it as soon as I bought the van. I'm not being paid to tell you this, by the way. I just really recommend it. It gave me a lot of knowledge and confidence to do my own electric system. Alright guys, so it's raining. I'm gonna do the connections then, because then I don't need to be outside. I think it's gonna stop any moment now. That's what I saw in the forecast. Anyway, so I'm using T-tap connectors. So basically you plug this piece here on the wire coming out of the lights, and you have the T version of it, which you clamp on the wire passing through all the lights. It's pretty easy, positive with positive, negative with negative, and it's just a lot of work because don't be stupid like me. I installed the light and then decided to clamp these guys, which doesn't give me a lot of space here, just a little piece of wire coming out. So if you are doing this, it's much easier to do that before you actually install the plank. But yeah, it is what it is. You deal with your own mistakes all the time when you're converting a van. Now, I thought making the holes for the lights, it would be much easier, but oh my god, it was not. So I got one of those little rounded saws that you put on your screwdriver, on your drill. But the thing is, you have two clamps from the lights. So it's not actually like a perfect circle. So you need to go with the jigsaw and cut it out those pieces, and then the wire coming out. It was not easy. I still need to do two more there, and I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, so I'm gonna try to attempt something that I don't know if it's very clever or very stupid. I connected 4 lights and I want to see if they work. So I connected a 12 volt plug and I'm gonna power it with this battery. So I bought this power station for the only purpose of testing everything whilst I was doing the electric. But also because the way I found to simplify my electric system was not having an inverter. So I'm gonna use this power station to use AC energy. Well, 2 are on. 2 in the back isn't. Okay, after running some troubleshoots, that one was an easy fix. One of the clips wasn't touching. And this one, I got to the conclusion this light is not working. So I'm gonna replace to that one. But I am so glad I'm actually testing out before I finish all the ceiling.
A few moments later.
I don't understand. It was working. And now I replaced the light and now it's not working anymore. That's another light. Unbelievable. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't turn on again. Honestly. Good morning, folks. A brand new day. I realized something I'm doing wrong here, which is putting the pocket lights so close to the insulation. I realized yesterday the pocket lights can get really hot, so I did some research and it's a fire hazard, so don't do that, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the insulation around where I have the pocket lights, and hopefully that will make it safer. It's a shame because the insulation is really working, because I've been working in this van during some really hot days and it's absolutely fine. But it is what it is. Safety first. Two completely useless drills, both broken. This one, it's stuck for like 2 years on the screwdriver bit, and this one, which is new, it simply won't close. This is something I would do differently. I wouldn't try to save money on a drill, because I used like 4 over the conversion. Then I realized I haven't filmed a lot more about the sealing, because it was quite a tedious job. But the good thing is I had some leftover materials, so I used on the side door, the bottom part, and the top part will be ply. And this is the almost finished job. I don't know if you can see from the video, but I managed to add rust converter around the fan. And with the new power station I managed to test my fan, which works perfectly. So today's job will be closing this part here, because every time I try to drive the van somewhere, because I have so many tools inside, everything comes off. So I'm really looking forward to closing that. So my plan is having a board there, only with an entrance here, because on this side we're gonna have a wall for the shower, so no point leaving that open. So this side will be completely closed, and then the open will be on this side. And I'm gonna try to do as well a little step, because of the driving seat, the driver's seat. So if I do the wall there, if someone taller than me tries to drive the van, it won't go back. So I'm gonna leave a nice gap in the back here before I build the wall. And for that I'm gonna build a step where I can store possibly shoes and use that space. I'm gonna cover with that rubber kind of mat thingy afterwards. But yeah, so I'm gonna build that step. And if I have time this weekend, I'm also gonna do the frame for the shower, so I can really start planning the size of my shower. I'm really torn if I should reuse this plywood that was in the van. You see, it's very damaged. Just thinking if I could sand it down, fill the holes, you know, because it's already cut, it's already with the wheel arch there. And then I have 2 of these boards that I can fill that top part. What do you think? Should I reuse this? Leave in the comments. Hey guys, so it's really coming together really nicely. So I did the front of the bulkhead shelf. It was already in the van, so I didn't have to build the shelf. Here, as you know, we're gonna have the shower toilet there, so I needed to close that, and then I did the front, the whole kind of thing to put our stuff. I also carpeted inside, which now is looking really nice. So the goal is to store clothes there. So, and today what I'm doing is closing this part here. I'm gonna build a step. The way I'm doing this, I'm using leftovers for the wood I used on the floor, and then so basically I glued this support here, and I'm gonna do the same across the border there, so when you put the wood on top of it, it has support, so I can step on it. As you can see, it's not perfect, but because this is going to be covered anyway, I'm happy with this. I'm just going to have to really be careful with that part, because that will be visible. And then I'm going to keep going. So we're going to have like 3 little chests kind of thing for storage, possibly shoes, or even like I think I can fit like a camping chair there. But yeah, so I want to finish this side, because then I can really finish the walls for the shower, so I won't have to access this part anymore. But I'm really happy how it's coming together. I did this wall as well. I'm not that bothered about, you know, being super straight. I had to use 2 pieces there because I'm gonna have vinyl anyway. And then I still need to do these walls, and I need to do the wall where we have the window as well. At this point, guys, I cannot believe how far I've gotten so far. You know what I mean? It's almost like, oh yeah, I can convert a camper van, but then when you start to get really overwhelmed, and then when you look at what you accomplished, it's unreal. That feeling is really good. This is how I marked where the window was on the ply. So basically Tyler kept pushing from one side, and then I went to the other side and drilled the window. I'm actually super surprised, guys, how easy it was to cut out the hole for the wheel arch. I basically measured the height, cut the piece, the rectangle, put in front of the wheel, went from the back and drew the shape, and then I cut it out, and I got it right first time. See? So roughly this is what I drew from behind, and I knew it would be a little bit bigger, and voila. It's actually, I think it's a better cut than this one that was already in the van, made by professionals, you know. So yeah, it's looking good. I also done this part of the door. Tyler helped me out, but the problem I have now is that these, so the little pincher kind of thing, it won't reach the screw. So Tyler helped me again to draw the exact shape of the frame, and then the frame can go straight to the window, and then this will just be next to it. Yeah. So I've done the hole for the window here with the plywood, and it was looking terrible, as you can see. So I had this idea of using strips to do like a frame, and this is what I'm doing now. So it gives a much better finish. It was getting cold. I didn't have any heating in my van yet, so I had to get creative. I wanted to build my shower tray because I could only really fix the shower walls once I had the exact measurement of the tray. Even though I decided the shower would be my very last project in the van, it had to be done because it was making me stuck. The way I did it was really easy. I reused the old wood from the flooring. I built like a shallow box and then I just fitted the tray I bought on eBay. And that's it. And then it's just marking the hole for the drain, which will go straight to the floor, by the way. I decided not to have a waste tank underneath the van. And then you just need to be really careful every time you're making a hole into the floor because you don't know what's underneath. The shower space will be really small. It's not for a proper shower, it's more like for washing up. And this is where I'm gonna fit my toilet as well. In case you're wondering how I'm gonna use it, it would be something like this. I did this completely wrong. So guys, I realized I did something wrong. So I finished the wall, but I forgot that I wanted to have reading lights, and I didn't pass the wire before I actually finished the wall. So I'm gonna have to undo that, do the wiring, and then put it back. After 2 weeks of raining non-stop, I'll finally manage to try to fix the roof because I tried everything and it's still leaking. I don't even know where the leak is. I just know that it's around this area because my driveway is not flat. So the water is traveling towards the toilet. So I got this stuff here, Gorilla Waterproof Coat and Seal. So I'm gonna apply a coat across the side here and hopefully that will do the job. If it doesn't, I also bought a seal made for boats. Right, I'm feeling positive about this because it's really thick and I think it's gonna work this time. But I always say this and it doesn't. You will be glad to know that this was the last of the roof leak. Well, at least until now. Fingers crossed that will do the job. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and I hope I see you next time. Let's make Clementine shine again.